guilty or not guilty?
Not guilty.
Damn! Damn! Look at the way he said that. That's right. If he was guilty, he would have said it. If he was guilty, he would have said it. Also, why are there 4 cops behind him like this? What has happened? Is this normal? Maybe I'm not aware of this, but like, is this normal? Like every single time I see this motherfucker, he is surrounded by cops. Like he is a super villain, dude. Why are there 4 cops on him? I just want to start off our Luigi Mangione coverage before we dive into Luigi Mangione's first court appearance in New York. I just want to show you, what the news media is saying. Okay, here is New York Post. Now, as you guys know, New York Post is a dish rag. Okay, they write the worst articles of all time. That's their job. This is what they do. But also, in the process of writing the worst articles of all time, they sometimes end up writing really funny headlines. Okay, I'm going to read this out. Luigi Mangione oddly wears matching outfit with his lawyer in New York City court hearing to his sick fans' delight. It's sick. His sick fans' delight. It's sick. Disgusting. Yeah, I guess we're a bunch of sick fans. We're crazy. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. It's so good. It's so good. Also, here's what happened. I guess they were twinning. I don't know how that occurred. I don't know how that happened. New York Post writes headlines, not articles. Well, why write an article when the headline can say it all?
Dude, how can we be wearing the same outfit? You saw me leave the apartment this morning.
I saw you put it on. I thought it looked nice.
I am sick and a fan. Yeah. By sick, they mean that we've had denied claims. Yes, that's what that means. Okay. Anyway, so let's get into it. Breaking news. Luigi Mangione pleads not guilty in a New York court. And obviously, everyone's freaking the fuck out. Luigi Mangione, as you guys know, I'm going long on this. This is massive. This is huge. There's a lot of misinfo spreading on this as well. Luigi Mangione was seen wearing a $1,000 Maison Margiela sweater at the Manhattan Criminal Court in New York. First and foremost, what if he was wearing that? What? Is it illegal? Is it illegal to look good? Maison Margiela has incredible fucking pieces. Some of them are really big misses. Some of them are hits. Who cares? Okay. Maybe he likes fashion. Now, of course, that's not the case. He wasn't wearing the Margiela burgundy washed lamb's wool sweater, which, by the way, isn't $1,000. As you can see, even on Essence, it is $751 because it's 26% off. So shut the fuck up. Fake news, double time. Okay. And secondly, the information provided is false. Luigi isn't wearing a washed lamb's wool sweater from Bordeaux from Maison Margiela. As pointed out by journalists such as Antonio Padilla, he is wearing the washable merino crewneck sweater in Burgundy Royale from Nordstrom. But like, why are we pocket watching this man? I don't understand it. What is this? Like, this is not an argument, okay? I don't even think that account was trying to fucking hit him. Bro got on the I'm a patsy fit. Okay, first of all, he looks good. I don't know why people are shitting on him. I like the sartorial choice. He looks like a nice, handsome, young lad, okay? Which he is. He is a nice, handsome, young lad, and also he's innocent. And I think they should just basically let him go. Just going to point that out. They should let him go because innocent until proven guilty means he's innocent. He hasn't been proven guilty yet. He did nothing wrong. You don't know he did that. He's innocent. He would never do that. I know Luigi. Free Luigi. He's not the type of guy. He wouldn't even hurt a fly. Okay? That's all I'm saying. Let's continue.
How do you plead this indictment, sir? Guilty or not guilty?
Not guilty.
Damn! Look at the way he said that. That's right. If he was guilty, he would have said it. Also, why are there 4 cops behind him like this? Let me replay that. Let's replay that. Case closed.
In the first degree and other related charges. How do you plead this indictment, sir? Guilty or not guilty?
Not guilty.
Yeah, no, he's not guilty. He said it right there. Not guilty. Also, what has happened? Is this normal? Maybe I'm not aware of this, but like, is this normal? I feel like they're gonna put the like the Hannibal Lecter thing on his head. You know what I mean? Like every single time I see this motherfucker, he is surrounded by cops. Like he is a super villain, dude. Why are there 4 cops on him? Do they think that he's just like a John Wick style guy? Like he's just gonna use the pen to execute people in the courtroom? Like what the fuck is going on? This man, he can turn everything in his vicinity into a weapon. There are CEOs in this room as well. If there is a CEO anywhere near him, he will kill them. Like, I don't understand. Like, actually, what do you think about his lawyers? With lawyers, with defense attorneys, the bigger the piece of shit they are, the better it is. And through transitive property, like, her husband is Diddy's lawyer. So automatically I assume that this is a family of like piece of shit defense attorneys. So I'm always on board. You know what I mean? For defense, you have to be a scumbag. Okay. For defense, you have to be a scumbag. And I think like, considering that her husband is literally, Diddy's lawyer, I would assume that they're, you know, I would assume that she's also a scumbag too. So that's a good thing. It's a benefit. Isn't the judge's husband a former Pfizer executive? Yeah. I have heard that the judge is presiding over the Luigi Mangione case is married to a former Pfizer executive. More about the judge here. It is a unique situation. In this case, the prosecutors might be bigger scumbags. Yeah, but Alvin Bragg is an incompetent scumbag, it seems. So, you know, we'll see what happens. But you really do want a defense attorney to be a piece of shit, like a real slime bag. You know what I mean? You want that. Like, get him off on technicalities, whatever it takes. You know what I mean?
Your Honor, we have a copy of the indictment, notice of immigration consequences, as well as rap sheet. I believe the court has it. We give the court an extra copy and one to counsel. Does the court wish that we be heard with respect to bail? Well, what is the situation?
There's also some good points that Luigi's lawyer brought up as well, the defense attorney on this case, like in terms of all of these like extraneous circumstances, like the fucking mayor of New York using the perp walk as a political opportunity to basically fucking declare him a terrorist before the trial is over. Like it's crazy. So anyway, we'll see.
Federal authority, they have a strong control on. As we understand that we have primary jurisdiction, and we have been informed by the U.S. Attorney that they intend on allowing us to try our case first. So with respect to whatever goes on there, as the party with primary jurisdiction, the trial and the sentencing will take place here prior to anything that takes place in the federal system.
Yeah, the burden of proof is also on the prosecution. You mean? You fucking could not type that at all, UB. The burden of proof. She said pardon. She said prosecution. The burden of proof is also on the prosecution. God damn. Rather than the defense, the prosecution has to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that he did the crime, and all the media has been doing is working to undermine that. Yeah. They're basically setting it up so that like everyone that's in that fucking jury already has a well-established bias against our boy Luigi Mangione, which will already happen. Okay. That bias is already baked in because he's Italian, and we all know Italians are not white. Okay. You're supposed to be judged by a jury of your peers. Okay. And Luigi Mangione stands alone in American society, peerless. Who amongst us, mere mortals, could ever actually match up and be a peer to the likes of Luigi Mangione?
What you just said, the answer is it's fine if we take custody today.
That I'm not sure, because Your Honor signed a writ in which it says that we're going to return the defendant to federal custody. So I think that would be step 2. I do think that logically, as the party with primary jurisdiction, the custody should be here, but I asked the court, in light of the court signing the writ indicating that we would return him to federal custody, that be done at a later time.
Well, I've been through this before, and if you do that, they will rid him right out of here. So I don't think I'm going to do that. But if you work it out with him, that we will take custody rather than us bringing him back for any proceedings, that would be
We will make every effort to accomplish that, Your Honor.
I'm not gonna lie, even this many cops on a person who's like not a risk to literally anyone is already massaging public sentiment in general, because it's like you're making it seem as though he is this like devastating serial killer. You know what I mean? Like this motherfucker killed one CEO allegedly. We don't even know. Okay, we don't even know if he did it. We don't even know if he's guilty. But like even then, I understand why you would have this many cops on like, I don't know, like a incredibly violent serial killer or some shit, right? Like I get it. Sometimes you're worried that like especially if you have like a sociopathic, bloodthirsty criminal or whatever, you might need to do that in an effort to make sure that they can be apprehended if they step out of line or if they fucking do something crazy or whatever. But like this is not the case. Like you can't do that. And I feel like the defense is already heightening that juxtaposition, heightening that contradiction here by putting him in a fucking nice little merino wool sweater with a shirt underneath it. You know what I mean? Like he's just like a handsome young white boy. So you can't really do that. It would be much harder to play to the crowd and showcase that this is a bright-eyed young boy with his future ahead of him. If there's like pre-existing biases, but you can't really do that for him. He's just a chill guy, you know? He looks like just a chill guy.
Yeah.
There should be some mechanism that you brought here.
Absolutely.
And then you can make that. All right, is there any further?
Yes, Your Honor. We'd like to make a record, if that's okay with Your Honor. First, we'd request immediate, expedited discovery in this case. The people have had this case for about almost 3 weeks, and that's more than enough time to gather as much information as they can give to us, especially now that we have two proceedings that we have to answer to, one of them being death eligible. So we are requesting that we get immediate discovery of the New York City Police Department and FBI and federal and state documents. And the second thing I want to make a record of, Your Honor, is I'm very concerned about my client's right to a fair trial in this case. He's being prejudiced by some statements that are being made by government officials. Like every other defendant, he is entitled to a presumption of innocence. But unfortunately, the way this has been handled so far, his rights are being violated. And as you know, Your Honor, there's a wealth of case law guaranteeing his right to a fair trial, but none of the safeguards have been put in place yet here. In fact, it's just the opposite of what's been happening. He's a young man, and he is being treated like a human ping pong ball between two warring jurisdictions here. These federal and state prosecutors are coordinating with one another, but at the expense of him. They have conflicting theories in their indictments, and they are literally treating him like he.
Cook them. She's right. They are massaging the public's opinion on her client. This dog and pony show cannot go on. Every goddamn American has a right to a fair and free trial in this fucking country. Okay? Let him go. Let him go. Mistrial. I'm calling it. I am declaring it a mistrial right now. This is a kangaroo court. Do you think Lola will come on to discuss this? Don't worry. I have the people's defense attorney on the line. Well, not today, but maybe soon. Who knows? Maybe someone will actually participate in socialismus, as a matter of fact. Who knows? We'll see. A Jewish man and a Muslim man doing socialismus for all you Christians.
He is like some sort of political fodder, like some sort of spectacle.
This is disgusting. The cop right above Luigi looks like Girthmaster. You are sick. You are sick of the mind. You have a sick soul, chatter. You understand me? Your soul is corrupted. You have a corrupted soul.
He was on display for everyone to see in the biggest staged perp walk I've ever seen in my career. It was absolutely unnecessary. He's been cooperative with law enforcement. He had been in custody for over a week. He waived extradition. He was cooperative at all accounts. There was no reason for the NYPD and everybody to have these big assault rifles that, frankly, I had no idea was in their arsenal. and to have all of the press there, the media there, it was like perfectly choreographed. And what was the New York City mayor doing at this press conference, Your Honor? That just made it utterly political. And as Your Honor knows,
what's ironic, of course, is that like the New York City mayor already guilty. Okay, the New York City mayor. I mean, actually, I don't know. Did his trial go through already? No. He has a federal investigation launched against him. He's still being. I think he's indicted. He was already indicted. Luigi Mangione hasn't even been indicted yet at that point. He hasn't even fucking pled not guilty. He's indicted, trial in April, and he is dead to rights. He is guilty. He is guilty as fuck. Okay, I'll say it. He's guilty. Luigi, we don't know. We don't know if he is.
Circuit has held it to be clearly established that these staged perp walks to the media, unrelated to a legitimate law enforcement objective, is unconstitutional. And I submit there was zero law enforcement objective to do that sort of perp walk. There's absolutely no need for that whatsoever. And frankly, Your Honor, the mayor should know more than anyone of the presumption of innocence that he too is afforded.
Call him. Call him out. Call him out. Call his criminal ass out.
Own issues, and frankly, I submit that he was just trying to detract from those issues by making a spectacle of Mr. Mangione, and there are consequences to this. He has a right to a fair trial, and I just want to put on the record statements that the mayor made publicly about my client. Nothing saying alleged, for example, and he said, I wanted to send a strong message with the police commissioner that we're leading from the front. I'm not going to just allow him to come into our city. I wanted to look him in the eye and state, you carried out this terrorist act in my city, the city of New York that I love. And he wanted to show symbolism. Your Honor, he's not a symbol. He's somebody who is afforded the right to a fair trial. He's innocent until proven guilty. And the mayor was talking to jurors, future potential jurors that elected him. Those are the people that elected.
Yeah. Also, even the cops behind him are maintaining this charade, the notion that he is like a extra scary criminal. I'm willing to bet they're gonna fucking not even let him wear like casual clothes later down the line too, once he's like in prison. I don't know how it works behind the scenes in New York though. Like, I don't know if there are rules and restrictions and regulations around it, but I do think that Luigi Mangione's judge being married to a former healthcare executive kind of fucking creates some semblance of a conflict of interest. Like, obviously judges themselves can still be impartial in this circumstance, but I don't know. But yeah, the judge in the Luigi Mangione case is married to a former healthcare executive. Pretrial judge in the case involving the murder of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson owns millions in stock, including pharma and healthcare. Magistrate Judge Catherine H. Parker, who's overseeing the pretrial hearings for Luigi Mangione, is married to a former Pfizer executive and holds hundreds of thousands of dollars in stock, including in healthcare companies and pharmaceutical companies, according to her 2023 financial disclosures. The judge's ties to the healthcare business are a stark reminder of how pervasive the for-profit industry is in American life, a point made by Mangione himself. Parker's husband, Brett Parker, left Pfizer in 2010, where he served as a vice president and assistant general counsel after holding the same titles at Wyeth, a pharmaceutical manufacturer purchased by Pfizer. According to Parker's disclosures, her husband Brett still collects a pension from his time at Pfizer in the form of a Senior Executive Retirement Plan, or SERP. Now, this is just a pretrial judge, but even then, I declare mistrial over conflict of interest. This is a mockery of our wonderful legal institutions. The judge must recuse herself.